CSS battle time. Let's get this going. And we have circles. You know what I do with the circles. It's radial gradient all the way. I think what I can do is actually position the radial gradient on the HTML and then margin the body and get it all to line up. So let's see how this all works out. Let's hit the star to select the HTML and body and put our background on it. And we're going to put a radial gradient on it. We're going to do the 1Q trick to make it a circle because it's not a circle by default. Let's remember that. Let's get our first color hint, which is going to be this light blue, right? And that's going to be like 100 pixels. I think that's how big the circle is going to be. Now let's put in our dark blue color to get the rest of it. Now normally you'll have to put in a 0 for your color hint to make it not be a gradient but actually have the short transition, or at least a number less than 100 pixels is what you have to do, but 0 is fewer characters. But with this 1Q trick to make it a circle, something odd happens that makes that extra bit unnecessary. What is happening on my computer? It is spazzing out. I think some things are opening. Okay. All right. So we have this. Now what we can do is, there's one issue that I see here. No, it should be okay. Should be okay. All right, let's say at, it's going to be 50%. And we have to have a space there. Okay, so it's at 50% and then like 10 pixels, right? So something like that. Let's see where we're at. We are much too big. That's what it is. So let's come down to like 75. Seems a bit better. Let's move it up a little bit more. 0. What do we got going on here? Let's see. I am bigger. The bigger one. 70? Oh, no. Okay, it is 75. Let's do -5. Interesting. 80? We'll get this. We'll get this yet. Alright. 11, 12. Nope. 9, 8. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, just a second. Let's, I'm seeing both the body and the HTML here, and I just want to see the HTML element. So background is going to be transparent to get it out of the way. That's better. Okay, that's why we're getting such a weird set of numbers. There we go. 0 and 80 pixels. Much better. All right, so when we margin the body, let's hit a margin on it. Just throw in 50, you know, margin of 50. And then we take this background off. There we go. All right, we are going to up the margin, 80. There we go. Now, it might need a different margin on the bottom, but that's okay. What I need to happen is I need a repeat of that body element. But I don't want to repeat on the HTML element. So, it's weird. My mouse is moving and I'm not touching it. Boy. All right. So I want it to repeat on the body element so that we get this second circle just right below it. So what I think I might do is either use variables that I reassign in the body element for the size, the background size. I do this every time. Is it size first and then position? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to uncomment that back out. And we're going to get rid of this so that we can just see the HTML. And what I'm going to try to do is get this repeat to happen right here. So 100 pixels. Okay, that's the position. That's the position. So let's go 0 / now we have the size, 100 pixels. Okay, so it's repeating left to right there because we set the size. 100%, right? And then we want the vertical to be something like that. Oh, but we don't get the upper portion. We keep getting... Interesting that we keep getting the same half circle view. I was expecting it to go full length and then repeat. Is that because I am using this app property? Let's see. Let's see if it changes. If okay, so we have our circle, and then we move it 50%, and then 0 pixels. -10, yeah, -50. Okay, so that is kind of working, but we're not getting our half circle. I think I need a bigger space here. 20, 31, 41, 50. Oh yeah, because we have an 80 pixel distance radius, so that's the radius. So I think 160 will be, they just barely touch, like we want right here. So if we have 160 and we position this where we want it, let's see what happens if we just get it just right. It's right up there. This bottom one is going to be the issue down here. You know, that's where I was saying, like, I didn't want it to repeat on the HTML, but did want on the body. Okay, so we throw that in there and we throw that in there, and we are so very close already with this. We do need a bottom margin. We can do a 0 and then 50, and I think that gets that 50, 40. No, 60. There it is. Okay, so I just need to nix the repeating on the HTML element. Now, what I could do is pull all this out. Just write a var and set it to, you know, null, nothing, unset, 0, whatever I got to do. So that it's not applied there, but then reassign it in the body element. And that shouldn't be too bad. I'm trying to think, is there a better way to hide that bottom, like with a box shadow inset? That's probably more characters than a var. Let's try the var first, and let's see if I can set a 0 value in here, or some other thing. Let's see. We are going to go -p, I don't know, for parameters, and then assign it this, right? And then up here, we're going to say var and assign it --p and set 0. Ooh, we don't have to set anything. It's working. Well, that was easier than I expected. No, it's not working. The gradient is working on the body. It's not working up here. So let's put a 0. No, none. Things are more broken. I think I'm breaking my gradient up there, and then unset, initial. Yeah, that's what I thought I was going to have trouble with, is it's not wanting... If I put a 0 here, pretty much what I'm saying is the size is 0, or the positioning is 0. Oh, maybe actually what I need, I do need this here. I do need this up here. And then I just need to wrap a var around this stuff. That might be my problem, is I do need this. X, Control V, oh, and then V. Let's do that. What's happening now? Kind of got half of it. Okay, let's wrap my head around what I'm doing right now. I am setting the position. And what if I do 160? There it is. Okay. And then it's still repeating down here because I have the position wrapping through. So it's repeating down there. So maybe we do go to a box shadow inset. Um, or, or what I do, I have an idea. I have an idea here. What if we just set a really ridiculous, um, or let's see, yeah, 100% and 100%. No? 150? Okay, all right. So what that did is it moved, let's see, let's move this back down to 80, 90, okay, 100. All right, we're going to get this up there. We got to get it 180 to 40. There we go. All right. I don't, it's because 150%. There it is. Okay, so what I did is I said, make your height of the gradient something ridiculously huge and position me there. So what is happening is we are getting the repeat, but because it's repeating off screen, we don't see it, and so I don't have to worry about this bottom one. Now, would a box shadow inset been easier? And yeah, it's probably about the same number of characters than all of this gobbledygook. Like I had to position it anyways. The only thing I could save myself repeating is this 50%. I can move it outside of the bar. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's really play around with these bars here. And then we don't need that. There. So that saved us, it took 3 characters away, added 1, saved us 2 characters. Hey, it's 2 characters. All right, well, let's get rid of this unnecessary background. Let's hit submit, make sure we actually have it. I think I'm happy. 99.9. 99.9. Oh, that hurts. That's painful. Look at that diff. And we're at 99.9% match. What else is there? Like, I don't think it can be any better. All right, let's see. There's Imran showed me it was a 0.2%. Like he did a 0.2 pixels. We had like the same solution, but then he did 0.2 pixels on one. He got the 100% on one of the ones I didn't get the 100% on. And I don't know. It's just let's see. Let's look. Is this worse now that we have brighter green lines? No, 99.8. It is worse. Okay, so I'm not insane there. What else is there? It looks so perfect. I mean, it's not the size of the gradient. Do we need to move the position? I mean that it just that well let's look at that. Let's look at that and see what it does to our diff. Like are we at 99.8 still here? 99.9 at that. Okay, okay. So what happens if we go 81? Let's look at this. 99.8. Okay, that got further away. The other thing that I could see being is how close they are. See, I have it set to it's moved up 80 pixels. It's 160 pixels. So let's look at 161. Whoa. Nope. 160.5. Let's see what happens here. And if that doesn't, I don't think that's going to work. I think I'd have to 160.5 and shift the other one up a little bit. And I don't know. This seems actually a little bit silly. This should be 100%. I don't see how it's not. I mean, look at the diff. I honestly don't know what I could change, you know, to make that better. I mean, okay, one last, I should leave it. I should just leave it. But let's go to Q. Sometimes this just lands different. Oh, okay, let's see. That looks marginally different. No. Hey, we're fewer characters. You know what? Let's do 240. It's gonna be like 250. 255. Okay, let's see. 99.9. Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna pick this up. Doing this solution, I'd have to do like something more drastic, more do a completely different solution, like with actual elements, and like do a half circle and box reflected or something. I think at this point, do a position fix somewhere. Like if I did a position fix, I'd have to add in padding. But you know what? Why not chase the better character count when it's not going to be 100% anyways? Ooh, there, I like that. Here we go. And let's do one last submit. Still going to be 99.9. I don't think we're going to get the 100. Yeah, not. We're not. We're not getting it. But let's see. Final minification. Ooh. Is it home? There we go. I use my home key to do the minifying for this. Let's see. Oh, I think I can. Yep. The percentage sign usually is like a limiter, and so a lot of times you can back the characters right up into that percentage sign. I wonder, can we get rid of? Nope, we cannot. Sometimes when you're using like color, you can get rid of the hashtag on the hex code. Hashtag the octothorpe or the pound sign, whatever you want to call it. You can get rid of that on the color, and I forget about that sometimes. Yeah, 122 characters. I think it should be 100%. I'm looking at this diff, and I've seen way worse get way better. But that's life. Not too bad on the variable either, having to do that. Yeah, good times, fun times. All right, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. I hate leaving it at 99.9, but I'm going to leave it. It's time. Have a good evening.